I think what's more important right now is getting access to that second and then third floor, which is going to be like a greenhouse garden area. Yeah, these just aren't gonna sink through, are they? I think it's working with the garden plot. Ooh, by golly, I think it looks good. I love it. Perfect. Okay, so we have a stairwell. We have accomplished something for once. Amazing. That means we can start work on the greenhouse area. Ahoy there! My name is WifeyWhale, but you may call me Wifey, and today we're back playing some more Fallout 4. In the last episode, we finished adding a roof slash ceiling to the second floor of the wife mansion. We went to relocate the elevator from this position here and kind of discovered that the elevator, the height is not matching up with these doorways, and you couldn't get out on the second or third floor. So after all of that and a few experimentations, we ended the episode deciding that we are going to have to just put in a stairwell. And I'm thinking, given the layout of the building, it's going to have to be kind of like a fire escape-ish type of stairwell, which kind of stinks. You know, that means if it's raining, the wives have to come outside and get wet, and it's not ideal. No, but we're gonna make do. Yes, we're gonna make do. But before we make do, I do want to say very quickly that I really appreciated all of the kind messages that I received from you guys regarding my announcement in the last episode about my upcoming surgery. I really, really appreciate that. You guys made me feel a lot better. I'm still a bit of a bundle of nerves, but not quite as big of a bundle. Like a medium-sized bundle of nerves. So we'll see how I do. But I'm probably going to mention my surgery every episode for the next few episodes, because I know not everyone watches every episode. Not everyone pays attention to the community post tab. And I just want to make sure everyone's aware for when I do disappear for a few weeks. But let's see. Kate, if you could go stand by the workshop, that would be incredible. So, stairwells. I think I ended the episode kind of messing around with a few. And, I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to have to use these shack stairs because of the platform. So, I did talk about also rearranging this layout a bit now because I could have this be a bedroom. But I think what's more important right now is getting access to that second and then eventually the third floor, which is going to be like a greenhouse garden area. So I am using these stairs in particular because of the platform that is included on them. Because I feel like I'm gonna have to do a kind of winding. So it will let me place stairs a little bit outside of the build zone there. So that's good because I think one set's gonna have to be here on the side. I could fill in this space with a set. I could, let's see, thinking. What if so I could put a set here, put a set there. Let's see, the doorway. If I move this doorway here, okay, hold on a minute. I move this doorway there, and then do... Sure. And then do, for example, I think there's like little pieces that match those platforms. Yes. I think these match. Look like they match. Well, I can see one over here. Yeah, that matches. That matches. And do this. And then, bam, we have a winding stairwell. At least connecting the second and third floor. I have to connect the first and the first and second floor. I think what I'm gonna have to do is maybe pull out both these pieces. And this is gonna be such a pain because of the workshop, the zone being here. I think I'm gonna have to store these and then put in 2 plastered doorways. What am I doing? Okay. I saw the pre-built structures and I was like, am I in the right place? Okay. No, don't leave. Again, gonna be a pain. I'm thinking... Oh yeah, this is gonna be a real pain. I think what I'm gonna have to do... Oh, this is gonna be hard. I think I'm gonna have to pull steps out like this way, actually. And I don't even know if it'll want to do that. I actually think you're gonna have to stay a wall. You know what? I should just leave the pieces out. If I'm gonna keep changing my mind, let me do that. That way I don't have to do this long scrolling. So let's just leave out one of each. Let's leave out a plastered window. Let's leave out a plaster wall and a plaster doorway. That's interesting that you can put a doorway, you can hug a doorway to a wall and make a mini window. That's kind of cute. You could do something fun with that. The more you know. Alright, putting in a plaster wall here. Eureka. Now thinking. I feel like I have to get this to snap to this doorway. Please don't leave workshop mode. And I just don't know how to accomplish this. Oh my goodness gracious. I have created the biggest pickle for myself. So it's red there. That's trying to connect to that other stairwell. Why don't you want to... It'll connect there. Okay, then what I may need to do then is this. But moreover, yes. Put the doorway over there. And then here at the front, do... Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay, and then... what we can do is connect both stairwells now instead of having separate. So you wouldn't have to go in if you didn't want to. Okay, that works, kind of. And then what? Connect. I gotta decide now with entrances here. And then instead of this being a doorway, I guess that can be a wall. It doesn't need to be a doorway now. We will put in a window. Beautiful. Don't need you, don't need you. I guess I don't need you. How did I get an extra one of those? I don't know. Yeah, this works. This works. And then the doorway then would be what? Well, I guess it'd have to be here. Which is fine. So I can just do this. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. Although this may not be the doorway we use, because for a greenhouse you'd want to use glass, right? This extra window come from? Sure. I'm okay with this. Again, it's not ideal. There are some window treatments, so to speak. Well, I guess window treatments is like curtains and stuff. There's some things we could do, like for example, at my place, I have these here and it's kind of hiding that change in color between the brick. I'm not sure how well it's hiding it, but it's supposed to distract from that. And then at the donut shop, I think I might have used some. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It is a quick jog, kind of. These. I don't know though if there's any that are gonna be worth hanging up. These, what are they called? Awnings? What are these called? Canopies, okay. We could hang some canopies. And that kind of provide cover from the weather, but we'll see.
What's the angle here?
Oh, that window went there. I see. I see. That's why that window was up there. It must have been not wanting to behave, and then I just threw it on top and said, I will deal with you later. Why aren't you wanting to go? Is it because that doorway here? Which we don't need now. Yeah, I guess it was that. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then, you know what? We don't need a double doorway like this. We could put a window piece in here too to kind of match it. I just stored the window, didn't I? Didn't I have an extra window? I don't know what I had. I don't know anymore. No clue. That's okay. I can fix this. Maybe. Is that on right? I think it is. I hope it is. I don't think so. Maybe. Alright, so then the doorways... I need to build this out now. But what troubles me about this now is there's going to be a deck on a deck, basically. I could move this door here. We would lose a window, but it would still be a hole in the wall. And then this would be solid wall. So it would kind of work. Then, I feel like at least this might look more natural. Will these steps snap to this? Let's find that out. Well, I guess I can pick these up and then just Ooh, they do. Okay, we'll do this. We will do this. Genius. A door and then a plain plaster wall. I like how I pulled out extra walls so I wouldn't have to keep doing this. And then, well, I still need walls. Beautiful. I went and took a nap because it was getting kind of dark. So, let's see. And this is working beautifully. Let's see, what way? And then, ta-da! Oh, it's floating. Ta-da! But it's floating. I wonder if we could raise the foundation up to the bottom of the step. I wish it was just a smidge higher. I'm trying to look. Yeah. Oh man. It would be so hard to do now. I don't even know if I want to mess with it. What are our other stair options at this point? Those look to be the same. Yeah, they're floating. I will say though, at least the wood kind of blends in. It's not very nice, but it does blend in. Yeah, okay. Options. Nobody panic. Garbage. Alright, where are the scaffolding stairs? This is the most options. There's ramps. Too high. Yeah, these just aren't gonna sink through, are they? What if I pulled out the foundation here? Then would it go back in? This is an interesting question. I've made a mess. I even put stairs over here. I already had one of these. Well, that's fine. If I pull out, let's see, which piece would it be? Probably this one. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And this one, you know what, I should probably, before I break the whole game, should probably do that. Thank you. You just don't want to snap is the thing. Oh, got it. But, if I do put you somewhere near-ish it, say like that, will these go back in? On their own free will. Of their own free will. This one did. This one's not going to be the issue. This one's going to be the issue. And I don't think this one wants to. Okay, what if we get out a garden plot and or a campfire? So, let's see. Resources, I think. Yes. And stay down. Okay, cool. I think it's working with the garden plot. Kind of. Well, I saw green. Sure. I was gonna make this too wide. It's too wide, I think, to do 3 wide. So I was just gonna do 2 wide, kind of centered. And let's see if we can get these to be semi-even. I think that looks pretty good. I think that's good. Ooh. By golly, I think it looks good. Amazing. Look at that go. I love it. Perfect. Perfection. Okay, so we have a stairwell. We have accomplished something for once. Amazing. Looky, looky at me go. Alright, so that's done. That means we can start work on the greenhouse area, which, I mean, I think should come along really easily. Do we have the glass? Do we have the glass is the question of the day. We probably don't, but let's see, glass. 776, we actually might have the glass. It says I can build 63. Now, do I want it to have a kind of metal bottom like that? Or do I want it to be like this? Let us get a perspective from outside. I think it's gonna have to be glass. Just because the metal, the rest of the structure being plaster and wood, it just doesn't jive with the metal now. So why don't we do full glass? The vibes are off with the metal. Although it's much less scary with the metal. Feels a bit more secure, but I don't care. We're doing it this way. Although the doorway will have metal. That's something for me to keep in mind. There's no non-metal bottom doorway. Well, because of that, I might need to do it with metal. Curses. It's just not gonna look as nice. Of course, this being wood, shack flooring, staircase already makes it not look as nice. Aw, man. The wives, they really deserve better than this. Also, there's a tree. Can I scrap this tree? Nope. Well, there's an obstacle on the stairwell. Just, you know, just be careful of the obstacle, okay? Alright, so now we have to use, which one is this is the broken one. It's this one. Now we're forced into using these. Very displeased. I would say what else is new, but I'd been pretty happy with this build so far. You know what, before I do the whole thing, I'm gonna get another look. I just want to make sure it is something I can live with. It's just not jiving. It's not jiving, right? I'm not crazy. It just looks awful. Maybe if we put up the canopies or something, kind of break it up a bit more. Where were the canopies though? Or even something like, you know, these kind of roof pieces. Do these connect anywhere? No. They said, ma'am, what are you thinking? No, we do not. What about wood ones though? Roof. See, I wish there weren't these rockets on the pattern, because it being cloth is kind of nice, sort of. But because of the rockets, it's like, huh. If only I'd built them like a bamboo beach house, we would be set right now. I don't know. I mean, I guess one good thing about if I did use these is it would tie in with the ugliness of the upstairs. But also, with this being here like this, I'm displeased. Not happy at all. Is this a corner one? What is that? Or is this just a broken piece of crap? I think it's just a broken piece of crap. Okay. Well, shucks. There is these metal pieces. They don't really make sense. They don't make sense at all, actually. And don't need a Slocum Joe's roof. Concrete roof, no. I think we already looked at the warehouse roofs. Although there is a corner piece. Although we need it to go the other way and be flat. Oh no. I may just have to deal with the ugliness. It's kind of looking that way, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Well, all right then. We'll have to learn to love it. Maybe if we string lights up along it, or we'll figure out something to do to make it not such an eyesore. With a little bit of faith and a whole lot of luck, maybe. So this is what? Warehouse. And then warehouse walls. Not really sure why that's not wanting to go in. There we go. Okay, cool. Now, do we have enough glass? We've got to put in the actual, like, roof pieces as well. Okay, I think we do. I know I keep checking on this, and I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm just so worried to, like, save and quit the game. Because I have, like, a save from when I rested. And it's just like, this is something I can live with, right? And I'm honestly not sure. Although, I didn't save after I did these, did I? And I was really happy with those. I didn't think about it. I'm pretty sure. Oh no.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves
Oh no.
until someone threatened their
Okay, well we'll stick with the metal bottoms because of the doorway too. I keep forgetting that this doorway is awful. And they didn't have one without this metal. So okay, we're living with this. Officially living with this. Kate, calm down. Kate, have you been seeing Mama Murphy? She needs to take a, well, maybe not take a chill pill. I was gonna say take a chill pill, but no more pills, Kate. Now we're gonna be putting in glass roof pieces. Am I in the wrong? No. Which... should go okay-ish. Oh wait, these are broken. Wait, are these broken? Did I just put in... oh no, I just put in ugly, broken. Are there non-ugly, non-broken ones? Why is it broken glass? I would like to file a complaint. Are you kidding me? Why can't we have nice things? And you know what really stinks is I think I'm gonna have to keep that broken glass there like that. Oh, that makes me so unhappy. I am uninstalling the game. If we did like a flat... I might be able to avoid it if I do just flat roof. But I didn't want to do flat roof. I wanted it to look, you know, I wanted it to be greenhouse-esque. What if I do, let's see, this is broken. Broken. This one's not broken. Okay, you know what? I'm looking at time, and we're actually at time. And I know I'm not going to finish this fiasco now in the next minute. So why don't we go ahead and stop here. I'm pretty happy with the progress, though. Pretty happy with this walkway minus this one tree. I'm okay with how this turned out, given that the elevator did not want to cooperate. Really, really happy with how these steps went in. I think that looks great. I think it looks pretty natural. So things could have been worse. I'm happy with some of it, not happy with other parts of it, but that is going to have to go ahead and be it for this one, unfortunately. So as always, I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciate you being a well watcher, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!